How's it going, everybody? Welcome to RAKUYO's Deciduous Bonsai channel. I'm your host, Andrew Robson, and on today's episode, we are going to talk about how to grow successful and beautiful wisteria bonsai. I'm going to give you 3 tips and tricks that you can use to make wisterias flower beautifully and develop beautifully as bonsai. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode. All right, we are here in my studio, RAKUYO Bonsai, where we specialize in creating and maintaining beautiful deciduous bonsai. I'm Andrew Robson, a bonsai professional, and today we're going to be talking about wisteria. Now, here at RAKUYO, I probably have more flowering and fruiting bonsai than in just about any other professional bonsai garden that you'll see around North America. We love flowering and fruiting trees here, and we're quite known in the spring for our wisterias, which have incredibly productive flowering sessions. And I'm always having people ask me, how do you get your wisterias to flower? My wisteria at home isn't flowering. So we're just going to talk about 3 things that you can do just to kind of generally keep wisterias very healthy, strong, and encourage them to have productive flowering sessions. So the first thing that you should be conscious of with wisterias is they are really intense for requiring water. They have high water requirements for bonsai. So wisteria, having a good wisteria bonsai means you're going to be watering more than having a Japanese maple or another type of deciduous tree. If you're watering a Japanese maple once or twice a day in the summer, a wisteria might need to be watered 3 to 4 times a day in the summer. And you already might be thinking, well, Andrew, I have a 9 to 5 job. I'm not, at home every day to water a wisteria. There's a solution that we can do during the hottest part of the summer where they're sucking up the most water, where you can put these wisterias in a shallow tray or a shallow dish of water. And that shallow dish of water will help keep these hydrated if you're gone for a long period of time. If you're at work for 9 hours, if you just need a break and go to the coast or something, a little shallow tray of water only in the summertime. It's not something we do in the winter, but only in the summertime, it can be helpful to kind of allow your wisteria constant access to water. So these trees need to be watered a lot. If you're keeping your wisteria on the dry side, then it's going to be stressed and it's not going to want to flower as well. So this is a plant that needs a lot of water. So number 1, hydrate these frequently throughout the growing season, throughout the summer. Another thing that they need is a lot of fertilizer. Most people in bonsai, I think, drastically under-fertilize their bonsai. For flowering and fruiting plants especially, these plants need a lot of fertilizer to do what we love for them to do. And so your flowering and fruiting plants, you want to definitely hydrate them, keep up with the fertilizer, because if they don't have the proper nutrition, they're not going to put on this beautiful floral show. So what that means, you all have probably seen our video series on how we fertilize here at RAKUYO. We use a dosatron, a piston injection system, to put a little bit of fertilizer in the water. So every time that we water throughout the growing season, our trees are getting a little bit of fertilizer. With a wisteria, it's going to get that microdosing through the dosatron, but we're also going to go around once a week and give it an extra boost of fertilizer. Because it's a very hungry plant for nutrients, we are going to fertilize this extra than or above the baseline that we do through the dosatron. So this tree, I put a lot of manual effort in going around and giving this extra fertilizer once a week, in addition to the small amount of fertilizer that it gets coming out of the hose. When do I start fertilizing? Well, it has this beautiful set of flowers right now. We're in early spring here in Portland, Oregon. Once these flowers are done, once they're spent, I'm going to cut off all the flowers, and then that's when I'm going to start fertilizing this tree. For pretty much all flowering bonsai, you want to start fertilizing them pretty aggressively after their flowering cycle. So you cut off the flowers if it's not a tree that we value for fruit, like a holly or something like that, or a crabapple. If it's everything else, you know, like a Stordia, Wisteria, Jojobai, we cut off the flowers and then we fertilize pretty aggressively so that we can get a good flower set for the following year, and then so the tree can focus on growth. So a lot of wisteria bonsai in this country, I think, are not watered well and not fertilized well, and that's probably the main reason why wisteria bonsai aren't flowering. The final one is wisterias actually need quite a bit of sun compared to other deciduous trees. This is a tree that I will still protect with shade cloth, or I will give it morning sun, afternoon shade. But even if this is getting protected with shade cloth, it might be on the edge of the bench, which gets, you know, a little bit more kissed of sun in the summertime. So wisterias, they like a lot of light. And if you have a very high intensity shade area in your garden, maybe moving it to a sunnier spot in the garden can really help with the flower production in the future. So give it good light, give it good water, give it good fertilizer. If you can do those three things, you will really up the flowering potential of your wisteria bonsai. Now, another way to get really nice flowers, as kind of a PS bonus tip, is if your wisteria is really long and leggy, doing a really hard cutback, which I usually do after this flowering period. So if this tree needed a big cutback, we could cut it back kind of after these flowers are done. That happened on this tree last year. This wisteria I got from a local club member here in Portland many years ago. And this tree had a canopy that was like bigger than my kind of wingspan. And it was just becoming this huge, massive plant in the garden. It just wasn't really working. And so we did a pretty substantial cutback last year after flowering. And after that cutback, it produced shoots. You know, I wasn't cutting back to buds or branches. I was cutting back to just kind of plain bare wood. It sprouted all over that wood. What we did is in the wintertime, we then wired and edited all of that response that we got from the big kind of cutback. And the nice thing about that cutback is they tend to flower really well. I've seen with wisteria bonsai, if you do a major cutback, the growth that you get coming back from that, the response, tends to be very productive in the flowering. So that might be something you try if you have a tree that's leggy, if you have a tree that's not flowering well. Fertilize it really strongly. After you do that for several weeks, cut it back really hard, and then usually that response will be more prone to flowering. So like I said, wisteria bonsai, they need a lot of water, they need a lot of light, and most importantly, out of all three, I think they need a lot of fertilizer. And if you can do those things, three things, you should have really nice, productive flowering on your wisteria. Hope you enjoyed this quick episode on RAKUYO's Deciduous Bonsai channel. If you found this helpful, please hit that thumbs up icon. That really does help our channel and help share this good information across the YouTube algorithm. And if you subscribe, that really does help us continue to want to do more of these videos for everybody in the future. So thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate your paying attention to what we have to say. If you have any questions, drop those down in the comment section. But in the meantime, be well, everybody. Hope your trees are doing great, and we'll see you all very soon.